The effects of music on behavior. In 1982, psychologists conducted a now famous experiment. At an American supermarket, researchers played different kinds of background music on different days. In particular, they played music of various tempos and noted whether this had any effect on the behavior of the shoppers in the store. What they discovered was astounding. When the tempo of the music was faster, shoppers moved through the store more quickly and bought less. When slower music was played, however, shoppers tended to spend more time in the store and also made more impulse purchases. By the end of the study, it was determined that simply changing the background music could have a significant impact on a store's profitability. The confirmation that music can affect one's behavior and mood, upon further consideration, seems obvious. After all, almost everyone is moved by music. But why does this happen? This is still a matter of much debate. Laboratory studies have shown that music causes the brain to release various neurochemicals such as dopamine, the chemical primarily responsible for feelings of pleasure. This in itself has interesting implications. First, since the feelings that music produces are automatic, they occur regardless of whether a person is paying attention or not. This helps explain why background music in stores may influence people's shopping behavior, even when they are focused on shopping and are not consciously aware of the music in the background. At the same time, the fact that music is chemically linked to a wide variety of basic emotions such as happiness, excitement, awe, and sadness strongly suggests that the importance of music has deep evolutionary roots. Why this may be so is still unclear, but it implies that shops can provoke a range of different responses in shoppers simply by adjusting background music in different ways. With this in mind, many researchers have been trying to find the musical sweet spot that induces shoppers to spend the most money at stores and restaurants. Since the 1982 experiment, psychologists and marketing researchers have played with different variables to see what effects they might have on shoppers' behavior. One study looked at whether songs' familiarity would have an impact. In the experiment, sometimes, commonly recognized songs were played, and at other times less familiar music. The prediction was that shoppers would spend more time shopping when familiar songs were played because they would feel more comfortable. In fact, the reverse was found to be true and shoppers spent 8% less time shopping when more popular songs were playing. Another insight is that diverse genres of music encourage diverse kinds of behavior. For instance, classical music is often considered to be sophisticated and refined. Consequently, researchers wanted to see if classical music could affect shoppers' choices in stores where luxury items were sold. Sure enough, when there was classical music in the background, shoppers tended to select more expensive brands than they did when there was no classical music. This is not to say that classical music is always the best choice for businesses trying to boost sales. On the contrary, the music that works best depends heavily on what type of product is being sold. Another recent study by marketing researchers has shown that loud music with a strong beat, such as rock music, causes people to eat more meat and fat. It is thought that this kind of music increases the heart and stimulates one's desire for high-protein and high-calorie food. In contrast, when calm, quiet music is playing, people consider their food choices more carefully, and not only eat less but also make healthier selections. For a restaurant selling food such as hamburgers and French fries, just playing music with a heavy beat can be good for sales, though perhaps not for their customers' health. Using music to enhance sales is now a common practice among retailers and restaurants looking to increase sales. The use of music and other unconscious triggers such as odors to manipulate customers' emotional states is fast becoming a science. An obvious question is whether or not this kind of musical manipulation of shoppers' moods is ethical. That is still a matter of debate, but it would seem that the first step is to make people more aware of how marketers are attempting to influence their subconscious minds.